everyone. So I'm just shooting a quick video to show you why we quarantine. And the reason is this. The new platies are clampy, fungusy, and just generally sick. Well, the twin bar ones are. We'll have to see if the sunset catches it. But this is why we quarantine, because now all I have to do is medicate this jar that they're in instead of medicating more tanks and an entire tank, because these guys brought in disease. So they're still pretty active. Oh yeah, that's a terrible view. They're still pretty active, so it's good. I think they're hungry. Also good. So they're going to get light feedings once a day while being medicated. I'm going to be using ICX and you can see the package from it, API, EM Erythromycin, and each packet treats 10 gallons and this jar is 5 gallons. So I divided it in half, and I'll save the rest of the packet for their next dose. I am following the instructions on the box, and I'm dosing ICX daily as well. They don't have ick, but ICX is good for other stuff too. So I'm going to use both medications and do water changes on these guys. I just did a 50% or slightly more water change, and going to add the medications. And hopefully these guys will pull through. We'll see. They were starting to shimmy a little bit last night, so I was thinking I might wake up to something like this. They were a little clampy yesterday, but they're active and eating, so that's always a good sign. So I'll just do water changes and medication, and hopefully they'll, pull through and they'll do better. It's not uncommon with new fish to have the diseases outbreak. It stinks, but just kind of part of fish keeping, and definitely why you want to quarantine your fish away from their main tanks. These guys are on my kitchen table, which is a mess because of all the plant jars and everything, which is across from my tanks. Not ideal. Ideally, you would have them in a separate room, but I don't have that available in my house. I don't have the space available in my house. So at least they're over here and they're away from my main tanks, and away from the platies that I bought earlier that are still healthy. And the biggest thing is cross-contamination. So ultimately, it's best if you work with your new and your sick fish after you work with your existing tanks. That helps prevent any cross-contamination of the disease to your new tanks. Sometimes if that's not possible, the biggest thing is to thoroughly wash your hands with hot water and soap, and to make sure your hands are completely dry before you go messing with your existing tanks, because anything that's in any diseases that are in the water could theoretically exist in water droplets on your hands. So it's really important that your hands be dry, thoroughly dry. So if you can't do them at totally, at the end of what you're doing, at least make sure that your hands have been thoroughly washed and dried. And it goes without saying that you want to use all separate, containers and cleaning implements and nets and everything like that. I've got my new plants. Even this is a little close for comfort, but I'm being really careful not to splash any water droplets or anything like that. So bummer that they're sick, but I'm really hoping that I'll be able to pull them through. I've medicated sick fish before and gotten them through it, and so I'm hoping these guys will be the same. I'm hoping they'll have a little, strength and durability. And yeah, so I just wanted to give a quick update that unfortunately the new twin bar platies are sick, and I'm medicating them, and hopefully they'll pull through. and the importance of quarantine. So thanks so much for watching. Please consider doing all the YouTube things, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.